Alright, what I got here is some wasp and hornet and bee killer. I haven't seen any, but you know, I never know. I mean, it traumatized the guy. I think back to whenever I was a little kid and I got one of them bumblebees in my hair, and I've never been the same since. You know, I just don't like them, or wasps. Anyway, I also got to change out a trailer light, and so on my website I got these. It's a trailer light kit. This happens to be an LED. It's an Atwood. You know, they're pretty cheap. Submersible. So it's an LED that's submersible. And then I got some twine and some tape. I'm sure I'm gonna have to get some other tools too, but basically what I'm doing is take you over here. So I don't know, you know, what I like to do is lay out that twine till it's like a foot or two back here somewhere, and then, you know, I'll just cut those and get rid of it. I just get a whole kit because it's cheaper to do that unless you got a brand new line and for some reason you need to do your light. But anyway, he's got one over there and then this one. But lay out your twine, and then what you got to kind of do is figure out how your line goes. So it's already inside this tube and it comes up front, you know, and of course he doesn't have a swing away, but you know, then how it's routed. So like if you use that twine, you could do you could fish it with the fish tape, but the problem with that is that then, you know, like, I don't know. So if you got that twine, you can just pull it through. Now this one isn't a closed, you know, it's not closed like a square tubing. So it's pretty easy to just lay on the ground. You know, we could just put it through all the little eyelets, and I may still do that. I don't know, because this one's fairly easy. The only thing is, then you get to a certain point and it's going to make a transition wherever that is. Yeah, it's right here. And then see, it's going to go up through this tube right here, and then it goes up front. They're almost all kind of like that. And then of course it'll come out here. Now I think he wanted me to just replace it, but man, it looks pretty good. I don't know. You know, when they look good, like, oh, I'll see now. Now we look right here on the head. See that line that's compromised, and of course the ground wire's not on. So I just buy a whole kit, because yeah, you can go get the light for $10, but really, you know, you can get the kit and replace the whole thing for, I don't know exactly what the price of it is. I mean, obviously it's more expensive, but then it's all new. And I was looking at his trailer, and this looks bent. This would be the only thing we need to check and see if those lights work. Anyway, all right, well, Chucky's yelling at me, so let me get started here, and I'll replace those this morning. All right, I decided I'm just gonna get back here and, you know, get rid of this. I wish I had grommets. And I can just disconnect it wherever it is. So I got this little mat, because I'm gonna have to lay down to do it. Since it's open back here, Yeah, since it's open back here, I'm just gonna lay down. So they got, you know, yellow and brown is gonna be this side. Yeah. Anyway. Pretty old. And then we're gonna pull this out. Nobody likes really doing trailer repair, especially lights. Just not anything really fun about it. He's got this. I don't know why. Yeah, just pull them all back, I guess. And I could just clip it up, you know. Up that way, but I still gotta pull this through. So then we're just gonna go on the back side, back here, and then we're just gonna pull it out, and we're gonna go down the line. Okay, so one of the things that I don't like about most of these kits, if not all of them, is that, well, some of them will have, you know, they'll have the little ground wire that goes right here, you know, on a, so I'm gonna have to go get basically a connector to go to there, you know, and it's got to go around that. The other one has it. Most, if not all of them, give you these stupid things like this. I don't do it, you know, because they just rust out, they destroy. I guess, you know, in the short time that you get lights and you just do it, I just take a few more minutes and I just go ahead and get a good connector and put it on there. And then, you know, like sometimes I'll solder them, like all these, I'll solder these connections. And then there's a center set of running lights over in the middle there, and so I've just got like it cut off right there where, and then I don't know if you can see it, but there's a line that comes back up to that light. And then over on the other side, same thing, and the running lights up front, or if like you had a couple of them, couple sets of them. So the good thing about these pontoons, you literally walk underneath them. when you're doing these. It's not like a bass boat. But yeah, see, and I just left that little piece so I know to cut that off and solder it to this green wire. So I'll take all three and I'm put them together and solder them, and then I'll put a little connector on the end, and I'll be shrunk wrap, or basically I'll do something sort of like that, you know, like, you know, twist them all together and then solder them, and then just take a piece of shrink wrap and put over it. And it's kind of the same thing here. You can see this wire right here. This is for this side, and that's our running light on this side. And if you notice, we're like brown and yellow, so brown's gonna be your hot, and then over here you got brown and green. Okay, I did the same thing here. You got brown and green, and then, you know, you're gonna tie right into that brown. That's why they use those little, you know, because then you don't pull that apart or anything. You just tap into it, but I don't like that. I think it could fail. It's totally gonna fail. And then you don't want, like, your hot going against, you know, your, this would be ground. You don't want that, so I cut them off. And then I have just these lines here. I'm gonna pull this through, but I'm gonna get some string, and, you know, I'll pull this through, and then that way, you know, whenever I get ready to pull my loom through, then all I got to do is pull the string back that way. Does that make sense? So I'll pull the string back that way, and then I have my hands, and then I just gotta, the cool thing, like I said, with this is you can just get underneath that. Yeah, you can see how, check out his back center structure. That thing is like, it's not right. Must have got bent. I don't know. You know, maybe he needs to, he put new wheels, but he needs a new bearing buddies. Is what, you know, he needs to take it, somebody, have them redo the hubs and put some new bearing buddies on them, or at least get the caps for them. I'm gonna see if I got some caps, because I got some caps that don't fit anything of mine. So maybe we can yeah, it looks like they got two lights. I don't know, figure it out. Anyway, that's, I guess, trailer repair. This is luckily, like I said, this is an easier one to do because, you know, you can walk through. Pontoons are a lot easier than bass boats or pleasure craft boats, you name it. Anyway. I don't know. At least I get to lay down. So I'm tired. I'm torn. It's kind of overcasty today. It's super hot. And I'm like leaning in a weird position because I'm filming. All right. Yeah, put that on there tight, didn't I? Yeah, so now what? See, I gotta get some twine and pulled that connector out. This doesn't have brakes. If you had trailer brakes, you'd have extra wiring. Alright. Yeah, those are plastic, so you don't need to get crazy. Even though this wire is green, you gotta remember it's not hot. Green is not hot on these. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. Or am I? No, I'm gonna pull that rest of that wiring through. Hopefully be done with this. Yeah, let me get the rest of this pulled. I suppose. Let me get. Alright, on the marker lights, they're just together and then soldered. And then I'm going to put some shrink wrap over them, and then they should be done. Those are both sides. And then back in the back, I'm working on that right now. Same thing. I solder everything, and then like here, I'm working on it right now. Soldering this side, and then I've got to hook in our lights that are over there in the center, so that those are done. So let me get to working on this, I guess. And when you get this cable, make sure you get like the length of your boat too. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll be back. Alright, here's what I do on these. I twist them up pretty good, and then I get my gun over here and solder it. And then I'll shrink wrap it, because those little connectors, I mean, that's what they're gonna do with that anyway. And where's my solder? Of course, you know, you start the camera and then, and all of a sudden you can't find everything. Okay, I got some solder. Yeah, so anyway, what was I saying? Just solder them up. I like a solder connection. We can use those little crimps and all that stuff, and then, you know, like your lights go wonky and stop. It can be really frustrating. So anyway, solder it up. My eyeballs ain't that great anymore. Sorry. Anyway, I'm just, it is what it is, man. You know, you get older and your eyeballs, my eyes were never good anyway. It's legally blind, pretty much. I can't see the big E on the eye chart. And yeah, we're just gonna take a couple pieces of shrink wrap. You know, I'm gonna shrink wrap it on there. And then, where did that go? Get my heat gun. I'm laying at all kinds of crazy position here. I don't know why I'm laying like this either. Alright, so that's like that, right? So, I mean, I guess the way I do, I'm a little overkill. It's like, I don't know if I have any, sometimes what I'll do just depends on if I've got any extra pieces. But I'll put another piece over it. I may not have it. Or I can say, take the same width, but now that it's shrunk up, and you can just do like this maybe. Like I said, I'm kind of out of the ones I usually use. These are real big. I mean, this might work. Yeah, I hate to cut this up, but and then I'll just go over them both and hit it again. Brown to brown, green to green. And then lastly, what I'll do is take a piece of, like here's some old tie wrap. Happy old tie wrap. And then we're just going to go around there and kind of around like that. And tie wrap it up. Alright, I got the truck up there, just kind of so weird. It's kind of underneath. I don't know if I like that. I noticed he's got one light. Looks like this is maybe out what's going on with this one. Yeah, this light, this one right here is a little funky, I think. Maybe take that one off and look at this one. Could be just this. It's just not. Or it could be bad, I don't know. Seems like it's not making a good ground. I think that's the problem. And then as soon as I moved it, then of course it went out. So I think I'll just take that bolt out the back and that should fix that one. So I don't think it's this. Seems to be. Yeah, see how it went on? That's a ground problem. I'll clean that ground up. This one's working good. I got the blinker on there. And looks like his side markers are working. This one also kind of seemed like the ground was maybe a little wonky, but now it's working. And that one's working over there. That's good. So then I just use a self-tapper, tap in for our ground. This I'll tape up, and then I'll put some of that, I forget what they call that, it'll go around the line, because this is a little long, but let me tape this all up, get this all taken care of, and then, hey, yeah, we should be good to go. Call it, I guess, as soon as I get some of the motor stuff fixed, gotta change out a switch, and then I gotta change a rectifier and check and figure out. So it wasn't, I didn't have a tachometer, so I'm gonna see about that, see if I can't get that fixed for him as well. And then, yeah, so this job should be almost done. We're almost done with this. So let me get the switch changed out, if I can talk, get that other part tidied up, and yeah, we're almost done.